Is the second coming of Scary Stories Part 2. Number 10. When I was having sex with my dog, a small baby figure-like creature walked into my room. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then it was like, hey, I'm gonna butt fuck you. So then I ran away. But it knew where I was the entire time. So then it butt fucked me. Number 9. This is a story about Big Dick Daddy 69 Slayer. He was a Redditor. He once tried to DDoS a guy, and then he got butt fucked by his sister, and he was never ever the same. Number 8. This is a story about a small child named Rylan. He was from California. He was playing Fortnite with his friend when suddenly his mom walked in. But it wasn't his mom. She started raw dogging him from behind. And as he was playing Fortnite and while she was fucking him, he got his first epic victory royale. But the worst of all, his mom was dead in the freezer at that time. Number 7. This is a story about Steve. He was mining one night looking for some motherfucking diamonds. But then one time, through that night, he saw a weird creature in the background of his mine. It was some fucking weird dude crouching with white eyes. He kept following him whenever he was just trying to do his stuff. And he was never seen again after one late night in the middle of February. Number 6. This is a story about Kool-Aid Man and Blue Balls Boy Jr. This is the part before they got fucking molested. So this was about a week before, right before they got raped. They were out at one night at Burger King, trying to eat some sandwiches, some burgers, but there was something very strange. The lettuce had resemblance of dirt in it, like as if somebody stepped in it. This is known as the anomaly of foot lettuce, of Burger King foot lettuce. As they ate their burgers, they noticed that they tasted like dog shit. But then when they opened the bun, they found out that the meat was actual dog shit. And then they died that later week because they got fucking raped. Number 5. This is a story about a man that was once fucked by Donkey Kong. He was climbing up the ladder as he was trying to get to Donkey Kong. But whenever he got to the top, Donkey Kong was raw dogging his mom. And he was like, hey bro, what are you doing? That's my fucking mom. And Donkey Kong was like, ooh ee ah, ooh ee ooh ee ooh ah ah. And then the guy got offended by that. So then he killed Donkey Kong. But that wasn't actually Donkey Kong. That was his autistic little brother. So then Donkey Kong came out from behind and shot him in the face with a Barrett 50 cal with explosive caliber rounds. Number 4. This is a story about a child playing Fortnite. He thought he was gonna go pro. He was the next Tfue. But one tragic night, this young virgin's life all ended. One night when he loaded up into creative, he noticed something whenever it was in the black screen in the back of his room. A tall, black, slender figure in his back of his room. He could see it, and he froze with fear. Whenever he realized who it was Kevin Durant. Little did he know Kevin Durant had a fucking 10-inch slong. He shoved it down his throat and choked him to death. He never got to play Fortnite again. Number 3. This is a story about Mr. Clean and how he once tried to flick his own sister's bean, and Charlie Sheen was in the background of the scene. He was never ever seen again. So his story always ended as Mr. Clean was molested and murdered by Charlie Sheen. And after Charlie Sheen left the scene, Charlie Sheen nor Mr. Clean were ever seen ever again. Number 3. Whenever this man was walking down the street, he noticed something was very off about that night, 'cause he was walking home from work after he had a late night shift at the bar. But when he was walking home, he saw a big fat motherfucker filled with Kool-Aid. That's right, bitches. It was the Kool-Aid man. So as the Kool-Aid man was following us home to get some dinner that night, because the Kool-Aid man was a cannibal, he was just trying to feed his son Blue Balls Man Jr. So after he got into his home, he went to the bathroom, but he noticed that the shower curtain was moving. So as he slowly opened it, Big Kool-Aid's man fat fucking face was holding a knife, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna chop you up and eat your butt." And then he got murdered that night. Number 2. As a man was playing GTA, there was also another child in his room. This time it was under his bed. The child's name was Mr. Krabs. He secretly DDoSed him and followed him back to his room. He had a Glock in his hand. As he pulled out the Glock from his fucking hand, 'cause that makes complete fucking sense, he loaded the clip and then pointed it right at his asshole. As he shot it, the bullet went up his rectum and out his mouth. He died on impact at the rectum. Number 1. The man was in the forest chopping down some trees when he heard a little animal crawling, and it made some weird noises. He thought nothing of it, but later that night, in his kitchen, he heard those same noises and wondered, what was that animal doing in his house? It wasn't an animal.